Hi, my name is Charles Dennison. I'm a computer science student at Baker College, and my major is computer programming. What I'd like to talk about today is viruses and spyware. I'm going to give some examples of some experiences that we may have all had that could be the result of a virus or spyware. Let's say you've been on the internet and you're browsing the internet. All of a sudden you get this message on your screen, or you get this window that pops up, as we know it as pop-ups. And what this is trying to do is trying to get you to click on this button over here, or click on this button here, or download this program, install this, buy this product. This could be a virus or a spyware. Another example would be, let's say you've been using your computer for a while, and it just seems like each time you're using it, it's getting slower and slower. Maybe the keyboard, it's not allowing you to type as fast anymore. It just seems really choppy and sluggish. Or maybe your mouse just seems really slow compared to what it used to be. And just in general, the computer just seems like it's dragging down. This could also be from viruses and spyware. Some other things that could happen is, let's say on your screen you get these strange characters, or maybe your CD-ROM pops open on its own. This could be a virus or spyware. So let me explain in saying that the computer is really sort of like a sophisticated calculator. It's really just an electronic machine. If you have your calculator and you're entering, if you don't enter any information into the calculator, it's not really very useful at all. Now the same thing with your computer. If you don't enter instructions into it to tell it what you want it to do, it's not very useful either. So some of the things that you could do, let's say that you wanted to write a letter, or play a song, or maybe print out a picture. These would all be types of commands that you could enter into the computer. Now let's say that you wanted to write 10 letters, or print 20 pictures, or you had a whole bunch of things that you wanted to do. Now instead of having to type in these commands every single time you were using the computer, you could save them and then use them another time by just opening those commands that you've saved, and you've saved them as a program. Now programs can be very useful. They can be anything from productive to balancing your checkings account, or calculating your taxes. Maybe you could play a card game, or play a video game. And then there's some programs that really aren't so fun or entertaining. These type of programs have commands in it that are trying to do harmful things on your computer. For example, a command that would say, here, take this letter and copy it 1,000 times and put it all over the computer. You can see that would be very confusing. Or it could be something very devastating, such as delete all the information that you have on your computer. Can you imagine losing all your information? Because that program told it to do that. But you didn't want it to. Matter of fact, you didn't even know you had the program that was telling you to do that. That is a virus. Now, so a virus is a program that somebody has already made, and it's running on your computer without you even knowing it. Now, a spyware is also a virus, but it's a little bit different. The objective of the spyware program is really to monitor your computer. It wants to watch what websites you go to, or what programs you're running. What are your interests? What are your individual tastes? And there's some spyware programs out there that are even trying to monitor what are you typing in on your keyboard. And it tries to capture this information, such as maybe you're typing in a credit card, or you're typing in your social security number, It's trying to get that sensitive information, gather all that information, and send it back to the author of that program. So you can see that viruses and spywares can be very serious, especially because you don't necessarily know that they're there. So what can you do to protect yourself against viruses and spyware? Well, the first thing would be, let's say your computer was on a desert island and it's all by itself. Well, the only way that it could possibly get a virus or any type of program would be if you yourself typed it in or inserted it through a disk. Well, as we know, most of us connect to other computers through the internet or etc., and we're sharing information. So that's what we're really doing. Our computers are talking to other computers and taking information from those other computers. That other information could be a virus or spyware. So the first thing that you really should be watching for whenever you're browsing the internet, the best policy is to go to websites that you feel you can trust, or they're companies that have a reputable name that you feel that won't be giving you these programs. That's not always going to be the case, and of course we all go to websites that we don't know. We're trying to find information, but the more shady or more suspicious the website, the more chances that you're going to get a virus or a spyware. If you go to get-rich-quick websites, or pornographic websites, are a very high risk of receiving spyware, especially. So, and another thing that you can do, of course, is, as everybody will always recommend to you, is to always have an anti-virus or an anti-spyware program running all the time so that it'll block that from coming. But now these programs are only as good as the people that wrote them. And every day there are new viruses being written, new spywares being written, that the anti-programs may or may not recognize. So you need to also keep in mind that your antivirus and anti-spyware programs, they need to be updated on a regular basis also. Now let's say that you already have a virus and you want to know, well, what can I do? No, now I already have it. What can I do? Well, one of the first things that you can try is, if you know when you actually received the virus, and if you're a Windows user, you can try running the program System Restore. What that'll do is that'll restore your computer to an earlier time, hopefully before the time that you received that virus. The virus will still be on your computer, but it won't be in your settings to run that program. So you can sort of isolate it. And then you'll want to actually get an antivirus or anti-spyware program installed on your computer and try to capture that, try to quarantine it, try to get rid of it. Now, if that doesn't work, you can go to a computer repair shop, a computer technician shop, and you could bring just only your hard drive if you really wanted to, but you probably bring your whole computer. And for a fee, of course, they have some of the better software on the program on the market to try to remove those bugs and those programs, those viruses and the spyware that you have received. And that's another thing that you can do. If it comes to a worst case scenario, however, and you're going to find yourself just the virus or the spyware has severely damaged, you're going to want to try to salvage any information that you can from your hard drive that you think is important to you, and then either replace the hard drive or try to wipe it clean. And that is just some of the devastating effects of viruses and spyware. So I hope that I've been very informative in explaining what is a virus and some of the things that you can do to prevent yourself from them, and some of the tips that you can do if you already have them. Thank you.